All right, well, I can't wait any longer. Tony, I know you're excited too. We want to get to the action. Brandon Reyes, bring out our Open Pro archers.
All right, here are competitors for the Open Pro Division. Our 5th place qualifier from Zillionople, Pennsylvania, representing Obsession Archery, Jason Bennett. Our 4th place qualifier from Alma, Arkansas, representing Elite Archery, Nathan Brooks. Our 3rd place qualifier from Van Buren, Arkansas, representing Hoyt Archery, Chris Hacker. From Uniontown, Pennsylvania, representing Matthews Archery, your 2nd place qualifier, Levi Morgan. And your number 1 qualifier coming in from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, representing Matthews Archery, Dan McCarthy.
All right there, Tony. We have our archers set on the field there. As you mentioned, there you go, side by side. Dan McCarthy on the left, Levi Morgan on the right. If you're Dan McCarthy, you don't want Levi Morgan behind you, and vice versa.
No, those two guys have so much respect for each other. They know what they're dealing with the other guy, and they're going to do all they can to get ahead of each other.
They are, and Chris Hacker had a great weekend. Nathan had a great weekend. Jason Bennett got in on his last arrow to get into the number 5 spot. So these guys have all worked their butts off to get here.
Yeah, and Chris Hacker just recently went to the longer Stratos and is really liking it.
That's his bow, Hoyt Stratos.
Yep, that's his bow. He was shooting a 36. Now he went to a 40, and he's really meshing with it well.
It seemed like it was working for him this weekend.
All right, first up on the Bless Box for Dan McCarthy.
All right, so
Currently sitting on a 7-point lead. 10 for Dan McCarthy.
takes a 10 on that blessed. Again, we're judging distance. They don't know how far it is.
And for his closest pursuer, Levi Morgan.
It's a center 10
for
there.
Levi Morgan.
And so, Tony, we have been here for 15
Further
years.
mentioning on the thing
As
to
we
broadcast,
heard
one
Josh
of those
Grind
dark
say,
shadows
Levi
on
has
the power line
podiumed
is
13
over
times.
the
He's
field.
won it 9 times.
And for Chris Hacker.
Chris looks like he's got a 12 there. No, he called the upper.
10, yeah. 432. Nobody changing yet. Nathan Brooks, if you watch our broadcast, is normally our field announcer. Again, these guys shoot, and he worked his way onto the field.
He's
Good
got
for
one
Nathan.
really
Nathan
close
Brooks.
there. He called lower
And for Nathan, a 10
and
for Nathan.
just missed
Ah,
it.
10. Nobody making any
And
moves
Jason
yet.
Bennett.
Jason Bennett on this. As I mentioned, Jason needed to hit a 12 on his last target to get in, and he did.
And a lot of times their first arrow is just like a gauge,
Gentlemen, move to your next target, please.
and he went for the
Went for
14 and got it.
Yeah, talk about that. The first
Yeah,
arrow.
the first arrow you want to make sure your yardage is good. That you got, they judged what, an hour ago,
Yeah.
and so they sort of don't really remember exactly how far things look. So that first arrow is a gauge. Now they're probably going to go for it.
Gotcha.
All right, give me a heads up on Jason when he's ready.
I know Levi, his game plan is usually he didn't come here to get second.
Nope.
So at some
All
point,
right. Gentlemen,
he's going to
starts
start
in 1 minute
pushing the
now.
envelope.
Yeah, no matter how much respect he has for Dan, he's here for one thing.
Yeah.
To represent his sponsors,
First place. If you ain't first, you're last.
the old Ricky Bobby. And it looks like Chris went for the 14 and came up short.
Good steady hold there. That is Jason Bennett on that bless buck there. That's going to be a close call.
Yeah, Dan's looks like he's got a pretty good shot on the links.
All right, first up, Jason Bennett.
There's Nathan Brooks.
Currently at
Good look at
426.
his shot. Let's get
And
Jason's call here.
He's got the 12.
Got the 12. All right. Next up is our leader, Dan McCarthy.
And that's a pretty good looking shot.
Yeah,
He did not call upper. It might be a little high. Yeah.
All right, our leader, Dan McCarthy, a solid 10, boosting to 454.
454.
And 17 bonus rings. Levi Morgan's going to have to start making some moves pretty soon.
So there you see Levi, Tony, shooting another hunting bow, the Matthews V3X.
Yep.
And I talked to him about that. He normally, we see him shooting target bows, but he said sometimes he feels like just changing bows helps kickstart him, and change things around. And he felt like he needed a change. Picked that one up, and he's like, man, I'm just shooting it really well.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, sometimes you just need to mix it up.
8 for Chris Hacker.
And Chris got an 8, going for the 14.
Yeah, if you can, they talk about the honeymoon phase with the bow. Well, if you can peak with that honeymoon phase, it can be really good sometimes.
10 for Nathan Brooks.
All right.
Dan still holds on to
So, run through that leaderboard for us now.
Yeah, Dan's still got a 7-point lead over Levi. And then after that, he's got a 7-point lead over Nathan and Chris. And then Jason is at 438, 2 points behind them.
All right, Levi has moved to a shorter target.
Yeah, he's on the Coyote.
Yep.
And this is his place to make a move, I would guess.
Yeah.
Because Dan's on the long bore.
All right, Nathan's ready, so gentlemen, we'll start your 1 minute.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a 14 shot at here by Levi. Oh, here's our three-way split there for...
There's Levi on the right.
Jason, Dan in the middle, Levi on the right.
Keep an eye on that 14 on the right.
Yep.
I think we'll see an arrow go in it.
Everybody stalling a little bit here. They get a minute to shoot.
Yeah, I think a little gust of wind came across and they decided to hold off.
Oh, he just missed left.
He missed left.
Jason missed low. And Dan
went for the 14.
No, he's inside the 12.
Oh,
or the
he
10.
went for the bore. I was looking at the links.
Yeah, but I don't know if he did not call upper.
That was Bennett going for the links.
Yeah. So, there is a 2-point swing for Dan.
First up, Nathan Brooks.
That's a 12.
He's got the lower 12.
That's a 12. And so, Tony, we should mention, all these archers out here, everybody sees their scopes that they're using. Nathan, and a lot of them have different power magnification, 2, 4, 6, 8. Nathan's one of the only ones I know, only pro. He shoots no lens, no magnification.
I've known Nathan for 20-plus years, and I don't think he's ever shot a lens. I think he likes the way he holds without a lens. Dan's in
10
with
for
a 10.
Dan McCarthy. Yeah, props to Nathan for that because, he can't see what these other guys see, but...
Now, 20 years ago, he had supreme eyesight.
Yes.
I'm not sure that it's still the case because I know it can happen to really good eyesight.
I've heard him talk about that. It is not as good. That's Levi with an 8 there. Moves him to 455.
And for Chris Hacker, currently in 4th place.
Chris is going to want to make some move here.
He
got the 12. All right.
So
there he got there. And now he and Nathan are really good friends. So there I don't know if you saw that little fist bump there.
All these competitors are really good friends. Nobody wants anybody to shoot poorly.
Right. You want to beat them. That's different than having them, wishing bad on
them. You want to beat them at their best.
Right.
All right, Chris is ready. Gentlemen, we'll start your 1 minute.
For sure. If Levi shoots a 14 and you shoot a 14 to beat him, that feels pretty good.
That does.
I imagine. I don't know.
So, yeah, Dan's opened up the lead to 9 now.
Yep.
So he's got pretty good control of this.
Levi went for the 14, and he got it.
He's got the 14. That's what he needed to do.
Yep, he did. And Dan waiting
Dan's
there.
Taking his time. Maybe he was watching to see what Levi did.
I mean, they're shooting side by side, so yeah, possibly. Usually,
I still don't see him going for the 14.
No, usually Dan does his own thing.
He went for the lower and got it.
And he got it.
Okay, first up, Chris Hacker, currently tied at 452 for score with Nathan, but trailing by bonus rings.
Center 10 for Chris, 462. Next up is Nathan on that links.
And that looks like a center 10 also.
Yep, Scott didn't even.
10 for Nathan Brooks, keeps in a dead score tie
Also.
with Chris Hacker. Jason Bennett on the wild boar.
That's the long one there, and he took an 8 on it.
Jason Bennett just can't find the number on that 14 ring.
Yeah.
For our leader,
451. Now we come over to Dan.
So far,
Get that
showing
12.
a really consistent, solid shootout.
That's a 12.
That's a good solid 12.
Yeah.
That'll put a little more room between him
Dan
and
looking
Bennett.
for his first win of the season.
Next for Levi Morgan on the grazing doe.
That'll be a good take home for the McCarthy household if
Yeah,
he gets it.
that will be a good one.
Stick around for a 6th arrow.
So there Levi picks up 2 on Dan.
As he settled in, we'll start
Yep.
that fifth one. But right now, Dan McCarthy
Got a
has
7-point lead.
7-point lead again over Levi.
Now they got to think about that 6th arrow. It looks like right now only Levi would be in it.
And Nathan are tied at 462.
Correct.
Nathan is
So,
actually ahead on both.
This is going to be an interesting one for Chris and Nathan. We want to watch that shoot down because Chris will be shooting at the links and Nathan's got the long bore. Ooh. That favors Chris in that department.
Thank you. All right.
Nathan
gentlemen,
taking a
we'll
good
start
look
for 1
down
minute
there.
Now.
This is the 5th scoring arrow.
There's Chris Hacker at full draw on that links.
He went for the 14.
Oh, and he donutted it.
Good shot for Chris.
Nathan.
And Jason went for the 14 on the coyote.
Yeah, Nathan shot a 12 on the boar.
Levi went for the 14 on the bleeze
Nathan
block.
didn't know Chris shot the 14. He just gave him a high five. Here comes Dan.
He's on the doe.
Yep. He's been taking his time in this shoot down. Usually we see him.
Levi shot high on the 14 on the bleeze block.
Center 10 for Mr. McCarthy.
All right, let's see who gets to stay within 10 points.
But this
right now.
is going to be a good finish here when we call these arrows.
I think this one could be over, PJ.
I just want to see Chris Hacker and Nathan here.
Levi took a 5 there on the bleeze block.
Chris Hacker.
I mean, he
14 for
absolutely center punched that.
Well, it won't be enough to get him inside the 10 range,
Good
but
for him.
puts in
476.
now 2 points ahead of Levi Morgan.
Oh,
Nathan
he
Brooks,
jumped ahead of
He
Levi
jumped
too.
Levi with that shot, yeah.
12 for Nathan Brooks. And that moves him into a tie with Levi Morgan for score and bonus rings.
Oh, score and bonus ring tie between Nathan Brooks and Levi Morgan.
It looks,
I
yeah.
don't-
And on Jason Bennett.
I don't know what they do for that when it's not the leader.
And 8 for Jason. And let's see if anybody's still within 10 points for our leader after this arrow.
I believe they'll have to shoot that off for the
I think
podium
so.
position.
And ladies, gentlemen, he is your champion at 486.
486.
So there will
So
be.
nobody's within
Second
10.
place is Chris Hacker, where we do have a dead heat.
They will have to shoot that off, I'll bet.
Between Nathan Brooks and Levi Morgan for 3rd place, we will have a 1 arrow closest to the center of the 12 ring shoot off.
Wait, why isn't Chris Hacker and Dan shooting within 10?
So let's let them know how much we appreciate what they've done so far.
No, they fell below it. Oh, no, there's...
Dan McCarthy and Chris Hacker.
Yeah, those two should be shooting, according to my calculations.
Yeah, I think we may have to check something out here. We'll check them on the score. Brandon Reyes is going to ask about this. But first up, I have that score too. So we are going to go over here and have Levi shoot off here.
Oh, I apologize. We have another.
Yes, we are correcting. I thought so, Tony. For once, our math was right.
Yeah, so Chris is within 10 points
Yes.
of Dan.
We have to have a shoot-off.
Arrow for Chris Hacker,
But,
and we're going to have a close to 12 with the other gentleman.
oh, okay. We
We'll
are,
do the third place arrow first.
So they're going to break the third place tie
okay,
with a one arrow closest to center,
yes.
and then they'll allow Chris and Dan
Yep.
to finalize the tournament.
Yeah, it's the closest to the center of the 12, Tony, so score is irrelevant.
Correct.
You know,
All right, we got everybody out
Yeah, the
there?
Wolverines laying down, so they must be shooting.
he's got them in position to shoot. I mean, they're in front of the Coyote, but we'll find out here when Levi shoots. He's looking at the board.
Yeah, they got the bore in the camera sight.
So, yeah, I mean, Dan has a 10-point lead, but
This is some bonus action here
this
that we get to check out.
Yeah. Yeah, so Nathan Brooks and Levi Morgan are tied on score and bonus ring. For podium positions, we can't have that. If they were fourth and fifth, they would leave it alone. But this is for a podium position. One of them is going to take One of them is going to take third place. So we are shooting at the Coyote. Okay. And this
That's
is
a relatively close shot. So
It
this
is.
should-
They moved him up. It was already the closest target.
Levi Morgan was leading. Levi, you want to go first or second?
So Levi is going to go first. And I am expecting a center 14.
Yeah, I'm expecting some 14 efforts here.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's closest to the center.
Oh, you're
We
right.
keep forgetting about that, Tony.
Closest to center of lower 12.
Of the lower
correct?
12,
Yeah.
yes.
We'll start your 1 minute now.
So that's what we're shooting at.
Oh, that is as close as
That
you can
is
get.
inside out.
Does not matter.
I don't know how you get closer than that.
The lower 12 ring.
They're going to measure it.
Get an extra bonus point.
I don't even know.
Break the tie and don't
I'm
get
not sure the right side of his shaft isn't in the middle.
I think it is like in the center scribe.
Wow. Well, Nathan has his work cut out for him. That was a perfect shot.
All right.
Look at the hole. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still
that
there.
hole is
That's-
dead center.
Yeah, that's
Nathan Brooks.
going to be a tough one for
If
him
he
to
would
beat.
put it in that hole, he would tie. I think that's his only
That's
play.
All right, Nathan.
yeah, and as we talked about, with him not having any magnification, he may not be able to see that hole.
He's not seeing it the way Levi saw it through his
No.
lens.
But Nathan's been around a while. He knows where it is.
Little bit of a long hold.
Yeah, that's a long hold for him. Nope. Underneath.
He 12'd it, but
He did get to 12, but Levi is closest to the center.
Let's see what the calipers tell us about who's their dead center closest.
Yeah. We don't even need the
so
calipers
Levi
for
gets
that.
third.
Arrow 1.
Arrow 1, Levi Morgan.
Nathan gets fourth.
Yep.
Jason Bennett gets 5th. Now Dan and Chris have to shoot.
We have to shoot
one more arrow.
So Levi Morgan makes it 14 podiums out of 16 here in London.
That's quite a record there.
That's pretty good.
All right, Scotty, what do we do next?
Okay, now
some more bonus action.
Some more bonus action. As we mentioned, Chris Hacker 10 points behind Dan McCarthy. And now they are bringing out the Wolverine for our last chance archery, last chance arrow.
So Chris takes a 14, Danny needs at least a 5 to win.
Maybe another Wolverine to the crowd on this shot.
That would be nice of Mike to offer that up. Mike Tyrell. Just giving away targets left and right here.
We'll see what Chris does here. He needs to make a run at the 14.
That would be nice if Emily gave one away and then Dan gives one away. That'd be great. So they're getting a minute to judge here, Tony.
Yep, they are judging. These guys probably don't need a minute. They're that good.
Yeah, and now the lighting is not quite as harsh.
Oh, I see. It's a little shadowed out there now.
I can see it much better than I could.
All right, we're going to start your 1 minute
Chris
now.
Hacker says he's ready. I mean, he's shooting at the 14. That's all he's going to do. I'll be surprised if anything else.
So he goes after it and comes up a little short.
Nope. That's
a 484.
Yep.
So Dan's already got that.
He's already won.
You want to take the shot, or are you happy? You'll shoot it?
He wants to shoot it.
All right,
Here we go.
Another Wolverine.
Here we go.
If you hit it in the head,
Mike Tyrell is making the offer.
Now, if he misses the Wolverine's head, his wife's going to harass him. Something
That's
terrible.
right. Yes. That's right.
You want to shoot for the head? We'll give you the coyote.
Mike Tyrell is saying if he shoots for the head of the Wolverine,
he's going to give
away the coyote.
To a young fan.
To a young fan. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We're not negotiating this, Dan.
Dan wants to shoot a different target.
All right.
I know the two of them have won events before, but I don't know if the two of them have given away targets on the 6th arrow before. I'm pretty sure that's never happened.
Oh, that's a good view of that Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah. Shoot it right in the ear.
I'll bet Dan has never shot a Wolverine in the head.
There we go.
He smoked it.
Got it.
Okay.
Right in the cheek.
All right.
I think Emily was a little better shot.
In the ear, yeah. I
It's
think
closer
so.
to the ear.
That's a $3 target. At least it wasn't bad. All right. Congratulations, Dan.
So, yes, Dan McCarthy is our champion. Chris Hacker takes second. Levi Morgan third to fill out our podium. And so Emily wins her first tournament of the year. Dan wins his first tournament of the year. There's going to be a lot of those Happy Gilmore checks in that little Prius.
There will
when
be.
They go.
Heading to Wisconsin.
The McCarthys are known for traveling in this tiny Prius, and those big checks really look funny in there, so it's great when they have a bunch of them to take home. Dan is coming over to our interview area. We're going to get a word from him on his first win of the season. Dan McCarthy, first win of 2023. How does that feel?
Feels great. I mean, it really does feel good. Every win you get, any win you get, better be thankful for it because they don't come very often and might be the last one. So
take a look at that monitor there, Dan. We're going to show you your shot on the Wolverine. What's going through your head? I know you want to do it for the kids. to give that one away.
Really, I was just like, please hit it in the head. I don't like fletching arrows. I don't want to have to fletch another arrow. No, it's just, yeah. Any shot like that where you don't have a whole lot of pressure feels awesome.
I'll bet you, Dan, this is Tony. I'll bet you practice that shot quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Now, after the last shoot, you went home and recharged your batteries, and now it looks like your back is like you never missed a step.
Yeah, shooting good. Took some time off. I honestly just did some fishing and enjoying some stuff, and glad I did. Felt good. Just clear the mind, kind of start over. I don't know. I'm so confused how I won this tournament.
Well,
yeah, just
great
crazy
round,
thankful for it.
Great round. A huge congratulations to you.
All right, thanks, Tony. Appreciate you, man.
Congrats, Dan. First win of 2023. You are the True Ball Pro-Am champ here in London, Kentucky.